If you live in or around St. Louis and haven't been to the Lewis and Clark State Historic Site, you're for sure missing out. A really cool museum right next to Alton. I just checked it out yesterday. Here's the video. Yeah, you learn a lot. If you're from St. Louis and don't know about the Lewis and Clark expedition, you're really missing out because it started right here, so have some pride in it. Here's the State Historic Site. I'm gonna give you guys like a 4-minute little tour / rundown. You'll probably learn a few things, and you know, if you're in St. Louis visiting, be sure to check this place out. There's so much rich history here because of the Mississippi River. So feel free to follow along, subscribe if you feel like checking out the channel. I also do YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, where I just make videos of things to do. I check out museums, places, and just kind of go around and explore. This is the Lewis and Clark State Historic Site. The day that we got here, there was actually like a 3rd grade field trip, so it was pretty nuts. But I bet usually it's chill. It talks about the object of your mission is to explore. They're trying to do 3 things. They're trying to explore the land, the people, and then the things to do. So they're exploring all new species, new native wildlife. It talks a little bit about William Clark and how he got chosen by Thomas Jefferson, and William Clark chose Lewis. You're gonna watch a little video and it kind of goes over Camp Du Bois, which is the camp they stayed at for 4 months before they went on the expedition. And then here's the main part of the museum. You're gonna learn a little bit about camp life, kind of what they ate, AKA they ate dogs. I know, I'm not happy about that. But hey, you know, different time period. Anyway, so there's the ship. It talks about the journey, kind of the winter quarters, what life was like, and it actually sounded really interesting. In this little cabin's where I learned about the dog thing. And here's the 55-foot keel boat. This was the main one. It was used all the way from St. Louis to North Dakota. They also use like canoes and everything. And one of my favorite parts about this museum is it shows everything they packed. So this is the storage and whatnot. It shows all the scientific information, and feel free to press pause because I think this stuff's interesting to know what all they brought. And then here's, like I said, the scientific instruments, because these guys were there to explore. Like, that's pretty much what Lewis was. He was like an outdoorsman, a naturalist. 18 kegs of whiskey. And then it shows like some of the canoes and what might have been packed on the canoes, because remember, people were trading in beaver furs and whatnot. It talks about the journey, kind of what happened on the journey. I think it was 2.5 years pretty much. Only 1 person died on this trip, which is pretty crazy. It's believed he died of appendicitis. It talks about the different people they encountered. And then whenever they came back, they had to explain the journey.